Hello, and welcome to the Joss Brown Podcast. With over 40 years of combined financial planning experience, we will discuss our favorite topics, concepts, and stories.
Okay, today we're going to be talking about estate planning. I'm Dan Joss, this is Deven Joss, and this is Michelle Robinson. We work at Joss Brown Wealth Advisors Group, LLC. Part of our training as certified financial planning professionals are different parts of the financial life, and we know those as estate planning, insurance, retirement, Social Security, investments, general financial planning principles, and now I think there's the psychology of money.
That is
and
correct.
how that works. So today we're going to pick on estate planning. And we do estate planning for our clients.
We do.
And what does that mean for us?
What does that mean for us? Estate planning mean for us is that we want to ensure that the legacy that the clients like to leave after they're passed on will be executed according to their like and not according to whatever state that they're in, the government that governs that state. So that's the first thing that we consider having our clients look at is their estate. If they have it, then that's great. If they don't, then the first recommendation is here's an estate planning attorney. Let's sit with an estate planning attorney to look at what you'd like to get done and what are your plans. And if they do have it, we look at the time frame. How long was it done? And if it was over 5 or 7 years, then it's now time to do a visit to the estate planning
visit
attorney.
to the attorney. Two things there. One is, I call it, and I don't know who told me this years ago, was a green, yellow, and red light. Green light is if the documents are newer than 5 years, then we're good to go. So 5 to 10 is yellow, and that's where you mentioned 7 years. We kind of say, hey, read through these documents. You did them a while ago. Your family's changed. You've changed. The state and federal laws have changed. It's time to just see if it makes sense. Like the people you name in your documents, are they still alive, or do they still have capacity? And then 10 years, it's kind of a red light. Go see an attorney.
Or they have done estate planning and their children are all grown up and the documents that they have, they do have a guardianship in it and they no longer need a guardianship. So now it's time to let's get your documents done.
And we're not the experts.
Correct, we're not.
Go see the attorney. And for some of our clients, we are in the meetings with them to kind of talk legalese with the attorney and talk English with the client.
Correct.
Okay. Have you been in estate planning meetings with our clients yet?
Not yet, unfortunately, but it would be something cool to be a part of.
Well, you have your own estate planning documents.
I do. So when I graduated high school, I got my will done and then power of attorney. Not sure what else I got done, but
What kind of
I
power of
guess
attorney?
healthcare power of attorney, I think financial power of attorney.
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe a living will.
maybe. I'm not sure.
And then maybe they talk to you about if you wanted to donate your body parts at your death.
Yeah, I think I told them I did not want that to
Yeah, and I
happen.
think your brothers did.
yeah. Yeah.
But now you can change your mind if you want, because we all know estate planning documents can be changed.
Correct.
Well, next time we're going to talk with Trey Parker, an attorney that helps some of our clients and many other people with their estate planning documents. But I think my experience has been the estate planning documents that should be part of everyone's plan is a will, both for husband or wife or partners or just by yourself. And a will says, if I die, here's where my stuff goes.
Correct.
And if you're a parent or if you're a guardian, then you can name another guardian for your child or whoever you're guardian for in case
Correct.
you pass away, right? 'Cause that's the only place you designate that. And the will becomes effective at death. And so you can't say, oh, I've got so-and-so's will, here's what I'm going to do. It's like, well, after they die, then you read through the will and do what it says to do. Deven mentioned the healthcare power of attorney and financial power of attorney. What's the difference?
Healthcare power of attorney, I believe, is something that if you're in the hospital and you are, I guess, not able to speak or you're unconscious, then that person that you signed into that document will be able to tell the doctors what you kind of want to happen.
Right.
It's from my understanding.
You give somebody powers to talk about your
Yeah.
health care. And that's not, they can't sell your house. They can't sign your tax return. They can't withdraw money from your accounts. That's what the financial power of attorney is for. And sometimes that's called the general durable power of attorney. That's my understanding. We'll find out from the expert next time.
We could have a springing, and so the expert will talk more about the springing as well.
So powers of attorney, wills, and then some people need trusts. And there's all kinds of different types of trust for different kinds of reasons. The basic one is a revocable trust, which works through your life. So you title things in your trust now while you're living, and you can manage it, and there's no tax interference typically. Then when you become incapacitated, which is the fancy word Deven was trying to think of, don't know how to talk, the trustee can care for you while you're living, which you can't do with a will. And then when you pass away, the trust directs the distribution of your assets to whoever your beneficiaries are. And when I did trust 20 years ago, and this is why we recommend clients revisit with their attorney, is our attorney back then recommended a trust for me and a trust for my wife. And then there was a period of time in that 20 years where they started recommending family trusts, so not two separate trusts. And then I forget now if they're back to one trust for each person or not, but that's why we'll talk with Trey. All right, so we kind of have the basics. And then what we do, and I say it all the time, people don't come to us as financial planners to talk about estate planning, but that's our priority for them, is you need to have your estate plan in order so that when we start doing the planning, if things happen that we don't plan for, your plan can still work.
And as someone that's new in the field, what I've learned is that financial planning and estate planning, it goes hand in hand, because when you put together a plan and a recommendation, you want to ensure that it's also in line with the estate planning as well. So it's important to have your estate planning documents done.
Right, and then we can talk in the future about wealth transfer, because that's different than estate planning.
Correct.
But it's similar. Like gifting while you're living, charitable contributions, things that you do either for your family or others while you're living, and not necessarily part of the estate docs, but certainly part of what clients want to achieve.
Right.
And helping others.
Right.
And there's better ways than others to do that. So that's a good intro to estate planning. So next time we'll talk with Trey Parker about estate planning, because he's an estate planning attorney. Should we do that?
We should.
Yeah, that's good.
Great.
Thank you.